Hey everybody, I want to talk about some stuff that's been on my mind over the last couple of days. So I don't know, as I'm waiting for people to connect, I don't know if you've noticed, but I am trying to consistently do Facebook Lives around 9 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday evenings. I usually try to do 2 a week. So if you like what I have to say, this is a regular thing, so I would invite you to join me. And one of the questions I actually get asked a lot is, because I put out a lot of content, right? I write a lot, I do a lot of lives, and a lot of people ask me, well, how do you think of all this content? Like, how do you know what you want to say? And the truth is that I usually do one of two things. The first is I kind of have some vague idea about what I want to say. It's something I've been thinking about that day, and I hit go live, and then it just comes out, right? That's kind of option one. Option two is oftentimes I'll have thoughts and I am struggling to clarify them. And that's exactly what happened today. Hi, Mike. And so I'll have these thoughts about something I want to say or teach or share, and I won't really be sure like exactly what it is. Hey, Steve, until I hear something come from someone else, and it will inspire me, and it will kind of bundle up everything that I want to say into something that I can put out without sounding ridiculous. So good to see a bunch of you connecting. So a couple things that I want to talk about tonight. Really, the energy in the world is shifting massively. Hi, Enrique. And business isn't what it used to be. So I opened my gym. It's been a while now, and even, it's not been that long, but even since 2012, 2013, 14, 15. The energy in business has really, really shifted a lot. And so I know, when I was taught business principles, one thing that I was always taught was to leave the emotions out of business. And shout out to Sarah Benoit, if you happen to catch this. She did a talk today we have a local women's organization called FemCity, and I go once a month. They have these fun lectures, and she was talking about digital marketing, and she articulated what had been going on in my mind and helped me kind of formulate it. So this is what I want to share. So as a business coach, as an entrepreneur, I was always kind of taught, like, take the emotion out of business, right? We look at numbers, we have systems, and those are the things that drive our decisions. And that's true to a certain extent, right? Numbers are important. You want to know that you are addressing and looking at the right problem versus what you think is the problem. Those things are valid. But at the end of the day, you are doing business with people, and people have emotions, right? And so what is the experience that your people, your audience, whether you're a fitness business, a realtor, whatever your business is, what is the experience that your people need to have to connect with you, to want to do business with you? So I'm not talking about necessarily even, your clients, although it's an ongoing relationship, right? So what do you need to do on the front end with your audience to get them to want to do business with you? And then for your clients, what is the experience that they need to have, which is different from a lead experience, so that they continue doing business with you for hopefully years and years to come. So what you want for people, and I'm going to come back to this at the end, what you want for people isn't always what they want. So you need to get really clear on what they want. And I promise you, it's about emotion. It's about creating feelings for people. And emotion is what drives us to make decisions, right? Think about the last time that you made an important decision, or that you committed to, if you're in fitness, or thinking of someone in fitness who committed to transforming their lives and their bodies and changing their habits. It wasn't logic, right? It wasn't logic that said, I should change and therefore I will. It was I can't fit into my clothes anymore. It was, I am embarrassed. It was, I feel disgusting. Or maybe it's performance. I want to be able to run a marathon, or whatever your thing may be. So it was never logic that said, I know, therefore I should, that got you to make an important decision, right? And that can come down to big things. Starting a business. Maybe the pain, the emotion is you hate your job or you hate your boss. buying or building a house. What is the pain point there? What is the emotion behind that decision? So think about the important decisions that you've made in your life, and I promise you that they were not logic-based decisions. They were emotion-based decisions. And one of the things that Sarah said today, and I've heard many times, is that we receive about 8,000 marketing messages per day. And that's a lot, right? And so if there's no feeling behind the message, if it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't hold your attention on an emotional level, then your message is going to be forgotten. And so that kind of comes down for me, as someone who works primarily with fitness business owners, it comes down to kind of the features versus benefits conversation. Features, nobody cares about what kind of equipment you have. No one cares about what certifications you have, as much as you trainers, who I used to feel the same way, as much as you want to think they do. It's going to be a very, very small number of people who actually care about all of those things. It's the benefits that they are going to receive. How is it going to make them feel if they come work with you? And so I'm just going to read a comment because I think Greg is adding to that. He says, our clients most want someone that actually cares and demonstrates that care and service. Yeah, absolutely. And you've got to demonstrate that care all the way from the beginning, from the point where you first meet a lead, whether that's in person or online. That's exactly what my business, Authentic Conversion, Done For You content for fitness business owners. It's meant to have that connection. It's meant to show people that you care, who you are as a genuine, authentic human being here to change people's lives, and connect with people on that emotional level so that they start to remember you, they start to really listen, and they start to really tune in. So great comment, Greg. Those are super important things. And, you have to wonder, and you have to think about, are you giving people a chance to feel like they are really understood by you? So when they look at your business, do they feel like your business understands them and where they're at, or that you understand them and where they're at? And if the answer isn't yes, that's a huge gap that you're going to need to fill. And again, that's really one of the reasons I created the content business with Authentic Conversion, because it does fill those gaps. People instantly for my subscribers who enter their list, their email list, or their virtual audience, whatever it is, are instantly going to feel that care. They're going to feel understood. They're going to feel human connection. That's what that content is all about. So I'll post a link actually in the comments now that I'm thinking about this, if anybody wants to check it out. Totally fine. And the last thing is, this is something that I have really struggled with for years. So I get really frustrated because I always kind of feel like I know what's best for people. So that applied when I had my gym, with my online weight loss coaching business. Obviously, I believe all fitness professionals need my subscription business, but even with my Bitcoin and my cryptocurrency consulting business, I know what this is, right? And you trainers out there can relate. You talk to somebody and you know that they need what you have to offer. And it can be so frustrating to see the potential and not be able to get that message across. So I don't know if you can relate to that, but let me know if you can. If you can relate to feeling really frustrated by feeling like you know what's best for somebody and them not following through. And so a couple notes on that. Number one, don't take it personally, because it's not about you, right? It's always about them. Still struggle with that, I will admit. And then the other thing is, it goes back to all the other points that I just made, right? So if you feel like what you have to offer is best for this individual person, not just because you want to make a sale, because once you put that energy out into the universe, not good things are going to happen, right? So is what you have to offer really the best thing for this person? And if the answer to that is yes, but they're still not making a decision, go back down that checklist. Are there feelings and emotions that you have evoked, whether it's in your marketing, in your conversation? Are you using those emotions to drive them to make a decision? Some people would call that, building the problem, hitting on the pain points and that kind of thing. And so just remember, you have to create emotion and you have to create feeling to have connection. And so I'm really passionate about sharing that. Again, that's what my whole business was created on. And for a long time, I felt a little bit like I couldn't say those things out loud, because I always believed that relationships and that connection and that feeling and that authenticity are the really, as a bundle, the number one things that you need to have in your business. It's not spreadsheets, it's not your QuickBooks, it's not your systems, it's your ability to cultivate the relationships, right? So anyway, keeping it short tonight, but I would love to hear your feedback, whether you agree or disagree. But I'm telling you, and for those of you, my fellow fitness professionals who have been in this space for a long time, I'm really curious if you're feeling that energy shift. And I feel it really even as a content creator, as a coach, as a, still doing weight loss coaching, still working on my cryptocurrency business. I feel the approach to growing a business energetically changing. And I don't know if any of you feel that, but again, totally different game. I sold my business in 2015. It worked differently. Marketing worked differently, but human connection is always what it will be. So curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know. And if you struggle with any of these things, let me know as well, because I'm not super gifted in a lot of things, but one thing, and I think the thing I'm best at, is creating, as my coach has clearly articulated, creating new paradigms for human connection. That is really kind of my soul's purpose and my life's mission. So I can help. All right. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and thanks for watching.